death and murder of a 31-year-old postgraduate trainee doctor at Kolkata's RG Car Hospital raises more questions than answers. Her parents and colleagues believe she was silenced for uncovering some secrets of the institution. The sole individual arrested so far, a civic volunteer called Sanjay Roy, is being seen as a scapegoat, with many suspecting that the actual perpetrators are still at large. Colleagues described the deceased doctor as diligent and focused, but in the weeks leading up to her death, she was reportedly under immense pressure. As a second-year postgraduate trainee doctor, 36-hour shifts were fairly routine. But this wasn't about long working hours. Her parents told investigators that she was unhappy about something at RG Car Hospital and did not want to go there anymore. The doctor's personal diary is now a key piece of evidence into understanding if she had any altercation or was being threatened by someone. In the diary, the doctor had reportedly noted that some colleagues were overloading her with work. Was this punishment for not aligning with certain institutional directives? Many are claiming that the doctor was trying to expose a big racket within her department, which could have put her life in danger. Was there a fake drug racket or a prostitution ring? The role of Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, the former principal of RG Car Medical College and Hospital, has come under scrutiny. Students allege that for the last few years, several irregularities have been taking place at the hospital in which Ghosh was directly involved, but no action was taken against him.
Dr. Abhishek, these social media theories that are doing the rounds, you know about them. Drugs, porn, and then that exam pressure. Have you heard anything of this kind while you have been a student here?
Yes, ma'am, I do have heard about all this. Some of them are true, some of them are not. I'd like to state that the first point about the sex racket, it was a rumor back from 2001, and that is currently not true. It was investigated and did not come out to be true right now. And there's nothing such going on in the college right now, ma'am. But the point that has been told, drug racket also same. I cannot actually validate if that is going on or not. If there is something in the internal, we do not know it about.
By drug racket, they mean selling medicines spuriously.
No, ma'am. That is what I'm telling. If there is something of that going of that nature, we do not have that information. Being simple students, we do not go into so much depths about that. You can understand that.
Right.
But ma'am, about the third thing, about the exam pressures and the students being harassed, that is absolutely true. And that has been going on for a while, since 3 years, since the very day Sandeep Ghosh was appointed as the principal of this very college. And ma'am, there has been committed a lot of crimes. You can say there are crimes only.
The doctor, who was on night shift on the 9th of August, was found dead inside the seminar hall of the hospital. But according to reports, there is no clarity on who opened the locked doors of the 4th floor seminar hall on the night of the rape and murder. As per the autopsy, the victim was throttled before being smothered to death. Her mouth and throat were pressed constantly to prevent screaming. The woman was bleeding from her eyes, her mouth, and her private parts. There was a deep wound in her private parts, which suggests genital torture. So was there more than one individual involved in this horrific crime? The doctor's family has alleged that the initial call from the hospital informed them that she had died by suicide. Why was the rape and murder declared a suicide initially when injuries were visible all over her body? There was a sudden construction being carried out about 20 meters away from the site where the resident doctor was raped and murdered. This made many ask if evidence was being tampered with. The tragedy could also be symptomatic of the state of healthcare in West Bengal under Mamata Banerjee, who is also the state's health minister. Could the brutal rape and murder of a young doctor be a tipping point for the chief minister?